John Higgins, Mortgage One. Happy Monday. So if you've been kind of watching the news and that, there's been a lot of stories out there about mortgage rates being at the lowest level we've seen in the last couple of months, and that's true. We've been able to see some decent numbers as far as the data that the Fed looks at, and the market's been primarily happy about that. But this interest rate market has really been data dependent. We've seen the market swing viciously at various times over the last several months just based on one number. So the last couple of weeks, numbers have been fairly kind. So we kind of say bad news is good news for bonds. So we've seen a little slowing in the inflation rate through CPI and PPI. The jobs numbers look like they're starting to cool a little bit. So all that's good. But this week we'll bring another huge number. So at the end of this week on Friday, the Fed's favorite gauge of inflation, the PCE, is coming out. We'll get a reaction, I'm sure, to that one way or the other. What we're seeing is the market trying to figure out, is the Fed really going to cut rates in September? And if these numbers continue to come out and be somewhat kind on the inflation and the jobs numbers in that, looks like September's a fairly good bet. So this Friday, again, another huge number. If it comes in cool, it just makes a September cut maybe more likely. If it comes in hot, so we get more inflation that the Fed follows, that could be a real setback for our little run here of good news as far as interest rates go. So we'll check back next week and give you an update on what happened with PCE. But at the moment, rates seem to be in a decent position. 30-year fixed rates probably at or just below 7%, depending on the program and that, but not too bad considering where we've been recently. We'll talk to you next week.